Sponsored by Win-Win Technology. Take advantage of our end of summer promotion, offering a $30 off bundle discount on the whole test takeoff panel controls through September 2021.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. Today is a very exciting day. One of the best aircraft ever built by anyone ever has just been introduced by the good people at VSN into DCS as a mod, the YF-12 Blackbird. I'm very lucky I've seen one of these. Well, actually I saw an SR-71, but they're very similar aircraft. Why am I so excited about this? So lots of people, especially youngsters now, are only really interested in the new age, the stealth stuff, the Raptors and the Felon and stuff like that, F-35 and stuff like that, and that's great. But those planes aren't actually very good. If you want good planes, you go back to the absolute heyday of aviation. You go back late 50s, early 60s in America and also a bit in Russia, and you'll find the best planes ever made. Here is one. You're looking at one, the YF-12. This was developed as a very, very high-speed interceptor. So when you want to talk about 60s, 70s interceptors, what were the best? Well, you think about the Tomcat, right? It can go Mach 2.4. It can fire Phoenix missiles with amazing high-tech 60s missiles. Amazing. I'll trump you that. The YF-12. Unfortunately, only 3 were built because they are just so expensive. But they're also so special. Top speed. I raise you maximum recorded of Mach 3.35. And that's just what they recorded. Officially, it will go further. Let me say that again. Mach 3.35. Max altitude. What's a Raptor? About 60,000 feet, 65,000 feet? This, over 90,000 feet. Over 90,000 feet. Even in the early 60s, it had an AN/ASG-18 look-down, shoot-down radar. And it could fire 3 Hughes AIM-47 missiles. This is, if you like, the predecessor to the AIM-54 Phoenix, and we're going to be firing Phoenixes in game because that's what we've got access to, obviously. I hope we agreed that this is possibly one of the best looking things ever made. It is one of the fastest things ever made, if it's not the fastest of all time, and the highest flying. And this was built in the late 50s. Now that is aviation. We're going to find out today, how good really was it? So this was obviously designed to shoot down incoming nuclear bombers from Russia, and we've got some incoming bombers from Russia. I accidentally only put 1 in, so I will go back and put some more in. But we've got a Tu-22, which is actually technically a few years after the Blackbird, but it's near enough. It's going to be a supersonic bomber attacking at 30,000 feet. It's going to come and drop some nuclear bombs on Dubai/New York. We're going to show you how quickly we can intercept this guy. He is currently at 150 nautical miles, moving at Mach 1.2 or thereabouts, because he has a full load. Then we're going to show you that as well as being able to shoot just about anything down, this could not be shot down ourselves. An SR-71, very similar to this, was never shot down in real life. Lots were lost, but none were ever shot down. And we're going to show you that we can, well, hopefully, go over the SAM sites of Russia at the time. An SA-2 had a maximum ceiling of 66,000 feet. That's a 50s missile. I think it shot down Gary Powers in his U-2. Then we're going to have an SA-3 with a ceiling of about 59,000 feet. We're going to fly over the top of that, hopefully. Then we're going to have an SA-6 with a ceiling of 50,000 feet plus. We're going to fly over that, hopefully. Then the big boys, modern 80s. We've got an SA-11, 82,000 feet that can reach to. We're going to try and fly over that. And then we've got the big mama in DCS, the SA-10 PS300, which can fire over 106,000 feet. And we're probably not going to get by that, but we're certainly going to try. We're going to scramble in 3, 2, 1, go. Off you go, Simba. We're going to be heading 285. The mighty J-50A turbo ramjet, of course, we've got in this. Only 31,000 pounds of static sea level thrust, but it's not the figures that make it so important, it's the way it works at high altitude and high speed that works. It actually becomes more efficient the higher and faster we go. Not dissimilar to the original Tomcat engines, which we've got a video coming up on. God, this thing's really going. And we've got Bombay in these things, haven't we, Simba? It's so loud. Yep. And that's where the missiles are housed. Right, cap is on vector.
Alright.
And I'm going to climb for altitude now. Now, I've got my Mach here. I'm at Mach. I'm still slow. Now, this thing was not fast accelerating value views. It did not have a high power to weight ratio. It cannot dogfight. is all about the top end. It's like the original F-14As. It's all about the top end. The actual usability was not important, and that made it legendarily difficult to fly and dangerous to fly. And lots of them, of course, crashed. So we're not going to be doing any zoom climbing in these today. It's all about optimization of engines, optimization of aerodynamics. I'm taking a slightly different climb profile to you. Mine's less efficient by the looks of it. We're about to hit supersonic, valued viewers. We're now supersonic in a climb. Supersonic in a climb. For some reason, Simba's a lot faster than me. I don't know why, but he just says, look at that. Now, I've seen one of these at an air show. I've seen his brother, the SR-71 at an air show. I'm lucky enough to say that. And it's a sight I will never forget. Along with the B-1 displays in the 90s. These things doing not supersonic shot cones, but transonic shot cones over the crowd. That's something you don't forget, valued viewers. Okay, you can shut up Betty with right shift N. How useful. We use the promote in our dogfights. Okay, we are now Mach 1.3, heading for Mach 1.3. No sighting of the baddie. I better just quickly cheat, make sure we're still here. Look how far we've got already. Okay, it's still 100 miles off the nose. Okay, I'm 30,000 feet. I'm going higher. I've got to look down, shoot down radar. Where's our fuel burn rates? Wow, the fuel flow's gone off the scale at 99,900 pounds per hour. She is sucking gas, Simba. Now, what happens when it gets higher, valued viewers, is it almost cuts the engine out. It uses the bypass, the ramjet bypass on the J58, again, like the early Tomcats, and it actually gets more efficient when we get high. We're going to get really high and really fast for ramjet to work, obviously. And that's why it was a turbo ramjet. Okay, it's really starting to come into its own now. Mach 1.8. A normal fighter would be topping out around now. An F-18 can't even get this high. We're now Mach 1.19. Going up to Mach 2. An F-16 will be topping out around here, Block 50. Oh, they're jamming. Just hit Mach 2. And she is just getting her legs. J58 is just coming into the own right now, valued viewers. 45,000 feet. I have to aim my radar down a little. Okay, hostiles 50 miles. Unfortunately, I wanted to show you firing them about 140 miles away, but we can't because they're jamming. I accidentally left their jammers on because I'm silly. So we're going to have to fire close, but fine. At least we can show you how quickly we can get there. Horrible feeling, we're just going to fly right by them. Check my mark. It is Mach 2.4. I'm now Mach 2.4. Okay, I can now lock. I am going to fire at the closest guy. Will do. It appears we've got home on jam firing ability. I'm going to try firing. Can't fire. Tally, bandits. Okay, yeah, correction. Missile away on the left. Oh, I don't know who fired at. You're merging, Simba. Fire, fire, fire. You're merging. Our closure rate is about Mach 4, I'm guessing now. And we've missed them. We've missed them, Simba. Right, let's see how we can maneuver. No, I got him. One in the face. One down. You chase the other one down. That's an order. Look at that closure rate. It's ridiculous. Speed, Mach 2.5. I'm a Mach 2.5. If I want to go faster, I'm going to get even higher into the thinner air, get my ramjet bypass working even better. I am going to try heading to the first SAM, Simba. Turning these things at these speeds and altitudes are not particularly easy, valued viewers, as it turns out. I mean, that would have been a real problem. Those closure rates are a real problem. If you've got a Mach 4 closure rate, you've got no time to burn through those jammers and get, you know, these are real problems. Look at trying to turn around. Trying to turn around is a real problem. Trying to turn around with a freaking 10 mile... Oh, Simba's shot him down. Now come and get back to me. That's an order. So the baddies were supersonic. Didn't make it 70 miles to the coast. Not bad for a 50s aircraft, early 60s. Right, I'm heading to the first SAM, the SA-2. Going for the SA-2, valued viewers. Just getting a bit of extra speed in the bird. I see why I can't get above Mach 2.5. That's as high as the Mach scale goes. I have no idea how fast I am now, valued viewers. You're going to have to tell me.
Mach number will be down at the bottom left of your speed column.
Roger, Mach 2.56 and increasing. Here we go. Okay, I'm on course for this. I need to get higher. An SA-2 could fire 66,000 feet. I've got to get higher, valued viewers. I'm happy to burn off the speed. Is he going to shoot? Is he going to shoot? Now the SAM, as well as having to deal with my altitude has to deal with my speed. That's a real problem for a SAM. Dealing with speed's a real issue. Because he has to add so much lead. And I don't think he can add enough lead. Mach 2.4. I've got down to Mach 2.4 at 60,000 feet. I'll level out now. I'm passing over SA2 now. Heading to SA3 now. Turning to SA3. Mach 2 point, just under Mach 2.4. Should be able to see these. There's the island with the SA whatever. It's spiking me. If you can't hear me, it's because you can't hear above the engine, but he hasn't shot me. In fact, I don't think he spiked me. Look at that for a beautiful plane. Maybe the most beautiful plane ever made by humans. Heading over the doodah, what's it now? I'm going to dump my missiles because they're a little heavy. Okay, we've gone over the SA6, I think. We're now heading.
What's your fuel burn right now?
I'm don't think I'm high enough yet. It's down. The fuel burn rate's coming down now, valued viewers. The ram bypass, the ramjet bypass is really kicking in at this point. So the amount of fuel I'm having to chuck into the engine to create power is less and less. Sorry, that was the SA3 we've just gone over. We're now going SA6 and then north to Keshem. SA6 has a maximum altitude of just over 50,000, about 55,000 feet. We are at 63,000 feet. Roger Gumbo says less than 20% of our thrust is being created by the engine core at the moment. The rest is the ramjet effect, which is really interesting. Gone over the SA6 pretty much. We're going over the SA11. Here's where it gets hard. The SA11 will fire up to 82,000 feet. 82,000 feet. And it's spiking me now and it's going to fire. So I'm going to have to get really high now. It's going to shoot me down, isn't it? It's fired. No, it hasn't fired. It's locked. But it's not fired. It's locked, but not fired. It's going to fire. Come on, pull, you big lug. 70,000 feet. The burn rate of the engines are right down, look. Really using that ramjet now. That ramjet bypass. 72,000 feet. Mach 2.3. It's not fired. Oh, S300's fired at me. Oh no. That's a freaking problem. I'm being fired at big time, Simba. That missile is in space. Ah, yes, I evaded it. It's gone. I'm now over the snowdrift. I'm over the SA11 at 76,000 feet, Mach 2.2. Burn rate's down to 25,000 pounds per hour per engine. Interestingly, now it should be getting a lot faster at this point, valued viewers. We should be getting up to Mach 3 around now, but we've got to outrun this. We've got to outrun this telegraph pole now, which is moving at just 3,000 knots. I'm 2,500. I'm only 1,247. I'm only Mach 2 point something. Don't think I'm going to outrun it. Come on, little Blackbird. Come on, little Blackbird. 87,000 feet. I'm at 87. My barometric altimeter is wrong. Look at the bottom. 87,000 feet. Nearly at the maximum altitude of the Blackbird right now. Oh, I'm going to get here. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, my beautiful Blackbird. Right, Simba, you fly towards the S300 PS and see if you can do something different to me. No one likes to see that there, valued viewers. Look at the little man. Hello, little man. It's going to be the fastest crash. I got to 87,000 feet. GPS. The barometric altimeter is wrong in the plane.
I would be interested if we did the 73,000 foot Mach 3.
All right, we'll go and we'll go and do that in a second. Let me crash. Let me do the fastest crash in the history of man first of all. The question is, what instantaneous G load does he do when this hits the ground, valued viewers? It's fast, Simba. Oh. Okay, valued viewers, I'm going to go and set Simba up for a speed run because what we've been doing is turning in small distances. Now, if you read the books from the real Blackbird pilots, you know, everything was done in hundreds of miles. Nothing was done in like 50 miles like this. That's what a modern plane does. Blackbird just sets itself and just goes 500 miles straight forward and plans everything. way ahead. So Simba, if you get out, welcome back. This time we're setting Simba up properly. Like I said, it takes hundreds of miles of straight run up to get this thing up to its maximum. Well, it's the same with any plane. To get it going really fast takes a long time. So we've done that. I'm going to unpause now, Simba. Just go on that course, get as high as fast as you can, and we'll report back roughly when we're meeting the first SAMs. Let's see what we can really get out of this plane. Okay, can you give us a mark readout from your HUD, please, Simba?
3.18.
3.18. We've got him up to Mach 3.18, valued viewers. That's a fast aeroplane. Notice how the IAS is very low, and that's because of the air pressure and air density, obviously. He is moving at 1,832 knots ground. 1,832 knots ground. Pretty fast. Over Mach 3. Let's go and look at these guys. This guy be like, hello, I'm a 1950 SAM. I can shoot down a U-2, but I cannot shoot down Blackbird. What's your burn rate in fuel pounds per minute?
It's 42, but it's constantly dropping.
Okay. It's a fast aeroplane, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fastest thing you're ever going to see in DCS. Look at that. Bullet. I say bullet, but that's pretty much faster than any bullet. Oh, God, he's already gone over the SA-2. Okay, heading...
It was faster than a bullet.
Heading 046. Tiny, if you can, just a couple of degrees right roll in. Right, we're going to go over the SA-11 first, valued viewers, and then the PS-300, the SA-10. Here's where it really shows its mettle. We may have to do a zoom climb when the S-300 will shoot, but let's see what happens. Man, these pilots must have got all the chicks going this fast. Maintaining 85,000 feet over 1,800 knots ground. Now, what?
I'm getting missile launch.
Here it is. Right, so it can shoot, and that's because this can shoot, intercept above Blackbird altitude. Let's see what Simba's going to do. Could we do? What are you going to do? You're just going to fly into it? I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen. Let me track the missile and see how it goes. Okay, this is a ground grumble. It's just incredibly powerful missile. It's 2,600 knots, and it is just horrendously good. Possibly better than real life. I don't really know. It's 70,000 feet. God, it's going up like a bullet. It's 75,000 feet. 80,000 feet, so it's got your altitude already. Sugar, that closure rate, Mac, that closure, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead. It ran out of computation. It just couldn't do it anymore. And that's exactly how this thing would beat these guys. Level out, level out, level out. It's because he put his nose up just temporarily, and the missile said, okay, by the time we meet, he'll be above my maximum range. So if you level out now, I reckon you can go over it. And this is all fair. Everything's set to, you know, normal. I think we've scuppered it. The track radar is the flat lid's still locked, look, but whatever it's called. I think we've done it. I really didn't think we'd be, and we haven't done it yet, but I really didn't think we'd be doing that. That is Mach 3.2 straight over the top of an S300. So Blackbird, if it was around today, could even beat a modern SA-10 S300 PS Suite, which is not the best in the world, but it's right up there. Look at that. And now that shows you why I'm so fascinated by planes from the 50s and 60s. Nothing in the world, I mean stealth, yes, but ignoring stealth, nothing in the world in history could do that. Amazing, Simba. Very good. That's a DCS first. Right, I'm going to allow you to slow that and try and land it. Good luck. How do you feel about making history today?
I get my name in the books.
Right, there's a base right below you. Obviously, there's no damage model, and it's not particularly realistic. So go down and try and land in that base right below you. Let's see how a split S works at Mach 3.2.
Yeah. All right, let me know when I'm over the top.
Oh, you're going so fast, Simba. You've gone past it now, essentially. So put your nose down. Everything's moving so fast at this point. Now, in real life, obviously, this plane would just break up if you did this, but you know, it's just not modelled to that degree. It's just a simple flight thing. They've done well though. They've done well. They make it fly with a simple flight model as well as it did.
This is full aft stick.
Now the funny thing about this is, valued viewers, even full burn, the further he goes down, the slower he gets, because just the way that the air density, the air pressure works down here.
All right. Oh, blackout.
Oh, now this won't end well, valued viewers. This won't end well. Come on, Simba, we're all rooting for you. This is right when I went in a chipmunk. There are some SAMs coming, but as long as you get low, they'll be fine. Right, there's a base. Where is the base? Yeah, right in your nose. Go on, Blackbird. Filled my heart with joy. I touched one of these just 2 weeks ago, valued viewers. There's an SR-71 at RAF Duxford Imperial War Museum. And I touched it, and I touched the JA-58 engine, which is outside of the body. And it feels worryingly a bit like tin foil. It's titanium, the bits I touched. And it feels like tapping tin foil. And that was doing Mach 3.2 at some point in the actual plane.
Just trying to break that radar lock.
You're fine, you're fine. It's notoriously difficult to land this thing. Lots of accidents land in Okinawa and whatnot, I think. Now, that's the thing. Like I said, it's a highly tuned everything. The engine's horrible, spool rate, horrible. It's designed for optimization, not ease of use. And it will make it a very difficult thing to control. I imagine all sorts of regimes of flight that the pilot had to avoid to stop it dying. I'd almost compare this a bit to a powered space shuttle landing. Wheels are out. Gorgeous model. You know what's coming up next? SR-71 versus Su-30 dogfight. Not much of a dogfight, valued viewers. Yes, it does have a drag chute, valued viewers. It never would have stopped otherwise. It's amongst other things, it's big and incredibly heavy as well, even, you know, despite its titanium and whatnot. I just keep the sink rate as low as possible. Touchdown. 160 knots, 170 knots. Careful not to go much slower. And she is... Well done, Simba! Get that draggy out. I've seen nothing land right in front of me. No drag chute. In real life, it couldn't brake like that, valued viewers. In real life, it would just fly down the end of the runway. Oh no, it's just because the drag chute is bust on multiplayer. Did you use drag chute?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
It works in single player.
I couldn't see it. I was wondering why it brakes so quickly. That, one of the best things we've ever done in DCS, I think. Really good addition. Well done, VSN guys, for taking it on. Anything you want to add, Mr. Simba Wimber? See if you can eject. Stupid. There you go. I wonder if I had a real ejection seat. What would be the point? You would just die if you ejected a Mach 3.2, right? Always going right into the J58s. Valued viewers, I really hope you enjoyed that. Go and download it in the video description. I'll see you later.